As a remote worker, or a digital nomad as some like to call it, I've always been able to balance work and travel. So what happens when you decide to live as a tourist for a week? Spoiler, it's not as easy or as cheap as you may think.
It was a mix of beautiful, magical moments, but also struggling to meet deadlines at the end of it, and a few lessons learned. So here's what happened. My itinerary was pretty packed, but my energy was high and my laptop was, well, let's just say neglected. My 1 day tour to French Guyana was super packed but brilliant. Was hopping around from place to place with the tour guide, and it involved me even saying yes to spontaneous things such as deciding to extend my tour from a 1 day tour to a 3 day tour, which meant I could get to see more of French Guyana. But this also meant spending way more than I planned. Let's just say my budget took a little bit of a hit, but hey, it's all part of the experience, right? So after my 3 day tour, I came back to Suriname, met up with the guys. We then had a Christmas party, so it continued for longer. After the weekend, so you're probably looking around day 5, I realised that there was things that I needed to do before Christmas actually hit, and my adventures basically left me little time for focus. So I tried to catch up afterwards, but it wasn't as productive as I hoped. Instead, I longed to be back on what I was classing as my holiday, and kind of begrudged the fact of having to come back and do some work to tie up before Christmas. So this is when I realised that living like a tourist and working remotely doesn't always mix. However, despite the chaos, there were moments that made it all worthwhile. I met incredible people, learned a lot, shared some unforgettable conversations, and created memories I will treasure forever, for a lifetime. And it's moments like these that remind me why I chose this lifestyle in the first place. So after my week of neglecting my laptop, I was playing catch up with work and wondering if I'd pushed my limits too far, but I also realised something important as well. And it's okay to tip the balance sometimes and tip the scale towards adventure. Would I do it again? Probably. But I think next time I'd probably plan it a little bit better. The beauty of being a digital nomad or a remote worker is the fact that you've got the freedom to adapt and learn as you go. So what did I take away from this week of living like a tourist? Well, it's a lot of fun, no doubt about that. But blending work and travel takes strategy. And even when things don't go as planned, the memories and connections make it all worthwhile. I spent a lot more because I thought I was on holiday, and that's something that I need to factor in for next time. And I also drank a lot more, but I had lots of fun. What about you? Have you ever tried living like a tourist while working? Share your experience below. I'd love to hear your stories. Please like, share, and subscribe for more lessons and adventures from